homeless black boy saved a millionaire's life with an unexpected act. The river was calm, but her mind wasn't. Claire Walker gripped her phone tightly as she stepped barefoot into the shallow water. Her eyes stayed fixed on the screen. Over 100 missed calls from her assistant. Dozens of panicked messages from her company. Her hand trembled. She had once been praised as a genius, a self-made millionaire, the woman who could do no wrong. But in just 24 hours, everything had unraveled. A betrayal by her closest partner. A scandal she never saw coming. Now, reporters surrounded her mansion like vultures, ready to rip her reputation to shreds. Claire shut her eyes as the cool water touched her ankles. "They'll never forgive me," she whispered, "after all I've built, all I've given up." She took another step into the river. The maroon blouse she wore clung to her body as the water rose. The current was gentle but persistent, brushing against her legs like a warning. Still, she kept going. On the opposite bank, a young boy crouched low behind some bushes. His clothes were worn and stained, sticking to his thin body. His curly hair was tangled, and his feet were bare and caked with dirt. He had been watching her for a while, unsure of what to do. "What is she doing?" he whispered. He knew this river well. It was where he sometimes washed off the city's grime, where he searched for anything useful floating downstream. But he had never seen someone like her before. She looked out of place, so clean, so graceful, dressed in fabric finer than anything he'd ever touched. Still, there she was, walking deeper into the river. Claire felt the water climb to her chest. Her breathing slowed. "Maybe this is the only way," she murmured. Her fingers relaxed, and the phone slipped from her grasp, vanishing beneath the surface. She tilted her head back, feeling the sun warm her face. Then her foot slipped on a rock. "Ah!" she gasped, arms flailing. The river seized her. Her head went under. The boy jumped to his feet. "No!" He hesitated. He was scared. The river wasn't safe. He knew that. He wasn't a strong swimmer. But when he saw her arms break the surface weakly before sinking again, something inside him screamed, "Move!" He bolted down the muddy bank, his bare feet squishing in the dirt, and without a second thought, dove into the cold water. It was deeper than he expected. The chill hit his lungs, but he didn't stop. He pushed through the current, eyes locked on the place she had gone under. Finally, he reached her. She was motionless. Her long brown hair floated around her like seaweed, her pale face hauntingly still. His heart pounded. "Wake up!" he shouted, wrapping his arms under her shoulders. He tried to lift her. She didn't respond. The boy kicked with all his strength, dragging her toward the shore. "Don't die. Please don't die," he muttered through clenched teeth. Her body felt so heavy in the water, threatening to pull them both under. But he didn't let go. He couldn't. With every kick, his chest burned hotter, but he kept going. Finally, his feet touched the muddy bottom. Gasping for breath, he half dragged, half carried her to the shallows and laid her gently on her back. Water trickled from her lips. Her face was pale and still. He pressed his small hands to her cold cheeks. "Please," he whispered, his voice cracking. "Don't leave. Please. Breathe." And for the first time in his short, difficult life, the boy prayed. He didn't know who she was. He didn't know her name or what had brought her to the river. But kneeling beside her now, tears mixing with the water on his face, he knew one thing for sure. If she didn't wake up, something inside him would break forever. Her pale face remained still, lips parted slightly, as if trying to breathe, but finding no air. The boy's hands trembled as he touched her cheek again. "No. Please don't leave," he whispered. Not now. Not like this. His heart pounded so loudly it echoed in his ears. He had never been taught what to do in moments like this. No one had ever shown him how to save someone from dying. But he couldn't just sit there and watch her slip away. Think, he muttered to himself, his hands moving nervously over her shoulders. Then suddenly, a memory came rushing back. Months ago in the market, he'd seen an old man collapse. A stranger had knelt over him and pressed on his chest over and over until the man coughed and came back to life. The boy hadn't known what it was called, but he remembered the motion. "I'll try it," he said aloud, voice shaky. "Please let this work." He placed his small palms on her chest and pushed gently at first. "Come back. Please come back," he whispered. Nothing. Panic surged through him. He pressed harder, more urgently this time, trying to remember how fast the stranger had done it. He started counting softly. 1, 2, 3. Still nothing. Tears streamed down his cheeks. "Don't die. Please don't die on me," he cried. Then another memory flashed in his mind. He had once seen a group of teenagers playing by the river, splashing water and laughing. One of them had pretended to choke, and the others, still laughing, had blown air into her mouth like a joke. His small body trembled as he leaned closer to the woman's face. "I'm sorry," he whispered, his voice shaking. "I don't know if this will work, but I have to try." He pinched her nose, took a deep breath, and pressed his mouth gently to hers, breathing air into her lungs. For a moment, nothing, just silence. Then suddenly, her body jolted. She coughed violently, sputtering as water poured from her mouth. Her chest rose and fell in gasping breaths, her fingers clawing weakly at the muddy bank. The boy stumbled back into the shallow water, panting, his body shaking with exhaustion. Tears of relief streamed down his face. "She's alive," he whispered. Claire's eyelids fluttered open. The bright sunlight stung her eyes. At first, it all felt like a dream, until her blurry vision focused on the boy in front of her. His dark skin was dripping wet. His tattered brown shirt clung to his small frame, and his wide eyes stared at her with both fear and hope. "You," she croaked. "Did you?" The boy didn't speak. He only gave a faint nod, his small chest still heaving from the effort. Claire tried to sit up but fell back with a groan. "Why?" she whispered. "Why did you save me?" I couldn't let you sink," the boy murmured. "I couldn't just watch you go." For a moment, everything fell silent. The world seemed to pause. Here was a child who had nothing, no home, no family, no shoes on his feet, risking his life for a stranger who had everything. Claire's lips trembled, her eyes filled with tears. "I don't even know your name," she whispered. The boy looked down at his trembling hands. "It's Melik," he said softly. "Well, Melik," Claire's voice broke. "You've done more for me today than anyone ever has." They stayed there in the water, the millionaire and the homeless boy. Two lives unexpectedly connected by one incredible moment. And although neither of them knew it yet, this single act of bravery would begin a chain of events that would change both of their lives forever. Everyone who later heard their story was stunned. Stunned that a homeless child had risked everything to save a stranger. Stunned that the woman he saved was one of the richest and most powerful in the city. And stunned that what began as a quiet, desperate moment in a calm river would become a story the world couldn't stop talking about. Melik didn't save her because he expected anything in return. He saved her because deep inside, he still believed in one simple truth: life matters, even if no one had ever shown him that before. If you enjoyed this story, Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more emotional, dramatic, and unexpected tales. And let us know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? We love hearing from all of you. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching.